You get the bill on a Thursday, not the one you were expecting, the other one. The one that lands and sits there for a day while you figure out what to move and what to wait on. And at some point, someone in your life says, you should start a side hustle. And your immediate thought is, with what money? That question is exactly right. Most people who want to earn more on the side are starting with nothing left over at the end of the month. The irony of the side hustle conversation is that it almost always assumes capital you do not have, a product to sell, equipment to buy, a platform subscription, a course to take before you can start. Here's what that conversation almost always gets wrong. The best side hustles you can start with $0 do not need money. They need time, a phone, and something you already know how to do. And the gap between the people who actually build meaningful side income and the people who spend 3 months watching tutorials and earn nothing is almost entirely about that last part. What you already know how to do. My name is Jack. I am 56 years old. I have worked alongside people who built side income that changed what retirement looked like for them, not because they had startup capital, but because they stopped waiting to be ready and started with what was already in their hands. I have also watched people spend months preparing to start without ever actually starting. The difference between those two groups is not talent, time, or resources. If that is the kind of picture you want for yourself, hit subscribe. If this changes the first step you take this week, that is what this channel is here for. Quick note, I am not a financial advisor and nothing here is financial advice. These are real approaches, real numbers, and my own experience watching what actually works. What you do with it is up to you. Let's rank what actually earns, what zero investment actually means. Before we get to the list, we need to clear something up. Most zero investment side hustle content is misleading because it pretends the only cost that matters is dollars. Your time has a cost, your energy has a cost. Starting something that earns $3 an hour for 6 months has a cost. It is called opportunity cost, and it is what you did not do instead. So when I say zero investment, here is what I actually mean. No money required before the first dollar comes in. Not 0 hours, not zero skill, just $0 out of pocket before anything is earned. That definition eliminates a large portion of what gets called zero investment side hustles because courses, domains, product inventory, recording equipment, and software subscriptions are not zero. They are costs you are paying before you have any proof the income will show up. Every approach on this list can generate your first dollar without spending a cent. What they require is honesty about which ones fit where you actually are right now. Category 1, selling a skill you already have. This is the highest value category by a significant margin, and it is the one most people skip because they do not believe what they know counts as a service worth paying for. Freelancing platforms, Fiverr, Upwork, LinkedIn, exist to connect people who need specific work done with people who can do it. Writing, editing, proofreading, data entry, graphic design, social media management, bookkeeping, virtual assistants, project management, video editing, transcription, translation. These are categories where people earn $50 to $150 per hour by clients who do not want to hire a full-time employee for the work. Here is what the income actually looks like. A freelance writer with a basic content writing skill, not a specialist, not a published author, earns on average between $25 and $75 per article on platforms like Upwork, depending on the niche and client. At 2 articles per week, that is $2,000 to $7,800 per year from 12 to 15 hours of work monthly. A virtual assistant managing email and calendar for small business owners earns $15 to $35 per hour. 10 hours per week, and you are looking at $6,000 to $18,000 additional dollars per year. A social media manager handling content for one small business client, 3 posts per week, basic engagement scheduling, earns $300 to $800 per month from a single client relationship. 2 clients is $600 to $1,600 monthly from work. Most people with any professional background can do immediately. The startup costs $0. A profile on Upwork is free to create. Writing your first proposal costs nothing. The barrier is not money, it is the willingness to put your skill in front of a stranger and ask to be paid for it. According to Upwork's most recent Freelance Forward report, over 59 million Americans freelanced in the prior year. The people who earn consistently share one characteristic: they specialize. They do not offer everything. They offer one thing, clearly described to a specific type of buyer. Category 2, gig platforms. If you have a car, a bicycle, or 2 functional feet in most major cities, you can start earning the same day you sign up. DoorDash, Instacart, Uber Eats, TaskRabbit, Amazon Flex. These platforms pay you for your time and your presence. This is not the highest dollar per hour category, but it is the fastest path from zero to cash, and that matters more than it sounds. DoorDash drivers earn an average of $15 to $25 per hour, including tips, according to data published by the company and confirmed by independent driver surveys. TaskRabbit handy people who do furniture assembly, moving help, mounting, cleaning, earn $35 to $75 per hour depending on the task and market. In major metro areas, an experienced TaskRabbit handy person doing furniture assembly earns $40 to $60 per hour, often with tips on top. 10 hours per week on a delivery platform in a market with decent density, $600 to $1,000 per month. Consistently, this is not passive income, but it is real income on a timeline that works for someone who needed the money 2 weeks ago. The honest limitation: gig work pays for your time but does not compound. The 100th delivery pays the same as the first. If your goal is income that grows over time, gig work is a bridge, something you do to build a cash buffer while you develop the skills in Category 1. Category 3, teaching what you know. If you have been doing anything professionally for a decade, any job, any subject, any technical skill, someone younger than you is willing to pay for 1 hour of your time to learn it faster than they would learn it alone. Academic tutoring through platforms like Wyzant and Chegg Tutors pays $30 to $80 per hour for tutors in high school and college subjects. Math, science, history, standardized test prep, foreign languages. If you scored well on the SAT 2 decades ago, that knowledge does not expire. Parents in your market are paying $50 to $80 per hour for SAT prep tutors right now. Academic tutoring is actually the lower end of this category. Professional skill coaching, career coaching, interview coaching, LinkedIn profile coaching, public speaking coaching, salary negotiation coaching pays $75 to $250 per session, not per hour, per session. The Carnegie Mellon research on salary negotiation consistently shows that people who receive coaching on negotiation tactics earn measurably more in their next role than those who don't. And companies hiring those coaches charge premium rates because the return on investment for the client is immediate and documented. If you have negotiated your own salary effectively, gotten promotions, managed teams, or navigated difficult career transitions, you have coaching material that people are paying for today. The Respondent Research platform connects companies with domain expert interview participants and pays up to $250 per 90-minute interview for people with specific professional backgrounds. That illustrates exactly how much specialized knowledge is worth to someone who urgently needs it. 1 session per week of professional coaching at $100 per session, $5,200 per year, no advertising, no website required. You need a phone, a scheduling link, and a clear description of what you help people with. Category 4, liquidating what you already own. This is not a long-term strategy, but it belongs on any honest zero investment list because it is the fastest way to generate real cash from something already yours. Facebook Marketplace, eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Craigslist. The average American household has an estimated $2,797 worth of unused items sitting in closets, garages, and spare rooms, according to a Closet Made consumer survey. That is not spending money. That is money you already have in a form that requires one more step. Selling what you already own is not a business model, but clearing out $2,000 to $4,000 of unused items puts real cash in your account in the next 30 days without spending a single dollar to do it. For a lot of people, that cash is what funds the time and mental runway to build something more sustainable. Category 5, research participation. This category has a ceiling, but the ceiling is real and the floor is zero. User testing pays $10 for a 20-minute recorded website usability test. Prolific pays research participants an average of $9 per hour for academic studies. Respondent pays $50 to $250 per hour for specialized professional interviews with people who have specific industry or career backgrounds. Survey platforms like SurveyJunkie and Swagbucks pay $1 to $3 per survey, typically in cash or gift cards. If you qualify for respondent studies based on your professional background and complete 2 studies per month, you could earn $200 to $500 monthly in under 3 hours of total time. If you are completing general surveys at volume, expect $30 to $50 per month. Real money, not transformational money. This category will not replace income, but it costs nothing, requires no skill development, and generates real dollars. Do not underestimate it as a starting point while you build something else. The time cost. Nobody talks about. Here is the honest version of the zero investment side hustle conversation. The real investment in every category on this list is your time. And time has an opportunity cost. The question is not just, can I earn money doing this? The question is, what is the best use of the next 10 hours I have outside of my main job? If you spent 15 years as an accountant, a nurse, a software engineer, a project manager, or a teacher, your time in Category 1 or Category 3 is worth substantially more per hour than your time doing delivery work. Spending 10 hours delivering food when you could have landed one freelance client paying $75 per hour for ongoing work is a choice. Know which choice you are making. There is a body of research on skill undervaluation, the consistent human tendency to price our own specialized knowledge significantly below what the market will pay for it. People routinely undercharge for skills that took them years to develop because those skills feel ordinary to them. They are not ordinary to the person who does not have them and needs them this week. A 2023 Upwork study found that skilled freelancers who set rates below market average earn significantly less, not because of fewer clients, but because low rates attract low-quality clients who consume more time per dollar earned. The rate you set signals the client you get. The people who build side income that lasts are not the ones who took the first available option. They are the ones who matched the hustle to the skill and stayed with it long enough to land the first client, earn the first review, retain the first repeat customer. That part takes 2 to 6 weeks. Most people quit in week 3. The identity shift. Before you start earning outside your main income, your financial picture is fixed. You earn what you earn, and the gap between income and expenses is just a recurring reality. After you earn your first dollar from something outside your main job, even $100 from a single weekend, something changes in how you see your own situation. The income you have stops feeling like a ceiling. The gap between what you earn and what you need stops feeling like an immovable wall and starts feeling like a variable. You start looking at your skills differently. You start seeing problems other people have and recognizing that you could solve them. You start doing math you never did before, not retirement projections, but if I land 2 more clients like this one, that covers my car payment every month. That shift does not come from reading about side hustles. It does not come from watching videos about them either. It comes from the first dollar that arrives from outside your paycheck. Everything changes once that dollar exists, not because of what it buys, but because of what it proves. 3 steps to take before this week is over. Step 1. Write down the 3 things you know how to do better than most people around you. Not what you wish you could do. What you can do right now, today, at a level someone would pay for. This becomes your menu. Do not do this in your head. Write it down today before you move on. Step 2. Choose the one category from this video that fits where you actually are right now. If you need cash in the next 2 weeks, start with Category 2 or Category 4. If you have a skill worth selling, start with Category 1 or Category 3. Research participation works immediately and at any time. Do not try to start all 5. Pick one and go. Step 3. Take the first visible action today. Create the profile, list the item, send the first proposal, apply to the first platform. The difference between people who earn side income and people who watch content about it is not skill, time, or money. It is one concrete action taken before the weekends. There is no version of this that requires you to spend money first. Drop in the comments which category fits where you are right now. I will read everything.